Every time someone asks me about this bike, I get the same questions, and they're all the wrong ones because this bike is not a Sur Ron on steroids. And once you understand that, the conversation changes. So, what do people keep asking? How fast is it? How much does it cost? What's the range? Those aren't stupid questions. They're just missing the point. And what people think this bike is a bit misleading. So people think that this bike is a toy. People also look at it like it's an e-bike trying to be a motorcycle. They also might think that it's a dirt bike pretending to be street. This bike is not a tech flex, and it's not a loophole bike trying to dodge the rules. And none of this is actually what the bike feels like when you're around it. So, funny story, I'm out having lunch and a Harley guy rolls up on his big bagger, comes walking in after he checks out the bike and starts asking me all kinds of questions about it. Super interested, does all the, hey, is it fast? What's it like to ride? All that fun stuff. So we're talking for a little bit. All of a sudden he goes, wait, what kind of exhaust? It dawned on him that it doesn't have an exhaust and doesn't have a typical bike sound. And he lost interest immediately. I will say, though, that we weren't in the best part of town. He looked outside and saw somebody out there getting a little too close to the bike. He was the first one to come grab me, and he had my back when we went out there to go check on the guy. It just proves that when you love motorcycles, everything's fair game. So when people see it and realize it is an electric bike, I think the confusion comes in because there are a lot of, we'll call them toy bikes out there, like the Sur Ron. And I also think that there's a lot of e-bikes that get a little confusing when they're out on the road. And although it has dirt style tires, it's not a dirt bike for the street. It's not a supermoto. And I think that being kind of an early adopter with the EV bikes, it kind of seems like it could be more of a tech flex. Although it does have some good tech, that's not really what it's about. Are all electric bikes ready to take over? No. Does the battery technology have to come around? For sure. So what actually is the bike? You feel the weight in a motorcycle way, not like a toy. This bike has a good stance, let's be honest, and the geometry has a lot to play into that. Nothing about the bike feels improvised or hacked together. All of it really does have intention. And with that intention, this bike knows what it wants to be. You can disagree whether you like it, but you can't say it doesn't have intent. So more about the bike. There are things I would change, and there are things that I won't touch. Is the front suspension stiff? Yeah, but I'm going to get into that later. Is this geometry suited for all riding? No, but I'm going to dig into that too. I don't think people are asking the wrong questions on purpose. I think this bike doesn't fit in the boxes that we're used to. Once you stop asking if it's a toy, the next questions get way more interesting. And that's where I want to go next.